the first thing I thought was there's literally no way that this happens if the people on the set are following pretty basic safety policies. I mean, the safety bulletins put out by the industry deal with how to handle firearms on a set. They're not complicated. They've been around for years. And it struck me as, you don't have this happen if basic safety policies are being followed. The end. There's really no reason why you ever point a weapon at someone. There's no reason why you couldn't have used I've got my prop gun over here this is from Bernecker. This is oh, you can't see it, but it's rubber, it's a rubber prop gun. And, there's no reason why when you're rehearsing, you can't use a prop gun. And it says it right there in the policy that, whenever feasible, use a prop gun. And so that wasn't done. So just because somebody has a producer credit doesn't mean that they really do anything. I mean, you know how it is. People get producer credits, like it's given out like candy. And it's obviously very common for the principal actor to have a producer credit. So you have to get into the legal test of, well, just because they're a producer, it doesn't mean that they're liable, because it doesn't mean that they did anything that was negligent. Just because something bad happens on the shoot doesn't mean that the producers are automatically liable.
Alec, Halyna on the left. Alec and Halyna this way.
It takes time away from the shoot if people are going to follow all those safety protocols and double check the weapons and all that sort of stuff. But the problem with it is one mistake and somebody dies. So that's the reason why you got to follow those things every time, every shoot, every day. How did a live round get to a set? It's still not clear to me that that's what we're talking about, because, there's really no reason why a live bullet would ever be on a movie set. So generally speaking, when they're referring to live rounds, they're talking about blanks. But on the other hand, I can't see how a blank could have caused an injury like this. From what I'm reading in the paper, there's all this discussion about how there had been 2 previous accidental discharges on this set before. And that's just inconceivable to me. If you have one, you shut everything down, you have a top to bottom review of what's going on here, and you basically have sort of a renewed vigor and emphasis on safety. Everybody needs to feel like they can speak up and not be punished if they talk about it. I saw somebody in the paper, somebody on the crew who was, talking about working conditions, but didn't want their name used. Well, I mean, that's illustrative of my point. They're afraid that if their name is used, then they don't get hired on some other production in the future. And that's just not the kind of environment that we need to have.